To catch up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience this evening. Your patience is going to be rewarded with informative entertainment. Raiden slandering people that don't take an L, Win being adorable, Lydia being as only Lydia can be, and Stephen being the amazingness that he is with all the things nerd culture. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sunday Night Live, episode 118. Well, folks, hope everyone's having a very good evening at this point. Good evening to Commander Retro and Councillor Gwyn Russ. It's been a bit of a weird week in terms of weird weather. Because I think, well, if you're from the UK, then weird weather is kind of the norm. Afternoon to Commander Co-92. And everything almost seems to be getting back to some semblance of normality in the UK, with places like Costa Coffee, Greggs, and the cinemas reopening. Although I heavily question bars being reopened this early. And there's one story from Burnham-on-Sea, which is in the southwest region of the UK, probably about, I want to say, half hour's drive from Weston-super-Mare. And there's this story, because I actually saw this off the Evening Standard's YouTube channel. A guy went into a bar after he'd already tested positive, but went out into said bar, another bar, and then for a takeout joint afterwards, and all three places had to close down for 2 weeks the day after. Here's where I stand on things like that. If it's a scenario whereby you don't know that you have the virus, then there's no malice involved. You know, you did not know you were at fault, because there are 4 types of people that get affected by this virus. There are those, as I just mentioned, the type that they're just a carrier. They don't carry any symptoms whatsoever. There's the type that they have nothing more than mild flu symptoms, which in the case of a lot of the other people that suffer with this virus, if all you get is mild flu symptoms, consider yourself grateful. Third type is where you end up in critical condition and end up going into hospital, being on a ventilator. And then there's the 4th type. I don't think I really need to say exactly what that one is. I think you can work that one out for yourself. But, you know, this is one of the reasons I thought it was a bad idea to open up public houses this quickly. Because if you have a bar that's more of a family establishment, where it's got a restaurant with it and it's got family rules and values, it's a case of you either behave yourself, mister, or you 86 out of here. Simple as that. And they're more inclined to do that, because if you have young families, you're also putting kids at risk if you come in and you have the virus. But you get some places, well, there are some bars, I'm not naming names, but they could do with raising their standards a little bit. Again, not naming names, because we don't do that. We do it off the air, but that's between us, and me and Raiden like to slander people who deserve the L's. Interesting thing, I don't think I'll get in trouble with this. Random has said he's never heard of the phrase, "here's this L."
Seriously?
Really?
Yeah, he said he's never heard it. I goes, what the hell's an L? And I even had to show him a listing on Urban Dictionary, and he goes, what is this? Some new, I'm paraphrasing here, some new fangled millennial shit? And I'm just like, dude, I'm merely repeating what I have been told. An L is a loss, taking a loss. And I spoke to him about the coffee mug I had made up for review, where it says, your L's sustain me. And he goes, dude, why are you making it sound like male tears? I'm like, it's not really. It's a loss. The person that has, that has gained the victory, it is sustaining them, therefore making them feel better. Besides, I don't think you can... If that's the case, every single victory in basketball, American football, soccer football, whichever your preference, because there are people in the UK that take it so personally. It's like, why did you call it soccer when it's football, when it was actually the British in the 1800s that actually coined the term? Seriously, go look it up on Wikipedia. It's there. So every single victory that's ever been gained in a sport, that could be equated to something derogatory. I love my brother, don't get me wrong, but... Again, not gonna get into it with that because... I don't know. But, then again, Oni and him never heard of Karens until we informed them about it.
Yeah. Now Oni goes hunting for Karens. Not literally, but you know what I mean.
Well, here in the wildlife with Bushwhack Oni, I'm a hunting for Karens. It's coming right for us!
Let me speak to your manager!
Yes, here it is, crikey!
I fucking ordered a soy latte!
Now I'm picturing a velociraptor sounding like a cat. That's like a thing of nightmares.
Oh, dear
God,
Lord,
no.
no.
Excuse you,
Now
don't compare her to me!
Where's Rexy when you need her?
Roar! Pay me money.
I'm getting too old for this shit. And just as I say that, Navi has decided to shove his face into my face.
Mother, I require pets. Bow.
Yeah, he just woke up from a nap, meaning, give me attention, mommy. Time.
But, to be fair, there's a lot of terminologies that I, never heard of back in the day. I mean, like, for example, fleek. I mean, Raiden, this is something we've talked about on occasion. It's like, people, stop trying to make that a thing.
I remember.
It reminds me of Mean Girls. It's like, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
I know.
I remember hearing the phrase on fleek involving eyebrows. I just kind of go, why can't you just say, they did a good job on your eyebrows? Why does it have to be your eyebrows look on fleek? Maybe I'm just being old and cranky.
Here's the one I can never get my head around. Why they keep trying to make...
It's a black thing.
Fair enough.
Oh, that makes sense. I'm afraid I am whiter than Daisy sour cream.
Here's one that I don't get. Why do they keep trying to make Nang a thing?
What the heck is that?
Nang?
That's a new one.
Apparently, this is around 0304. Nang was apparently the modern equivalent of saying cool at the time, and I'm just looking going,
That's news to me.
uh-huh.
I was like 17 to 18 around that time, and never once have I heard the term Nang. I understand thirsty and using it in context of craving carnal desires, or ratchet to describe being very trashy. But Nang? No.
Just sounds like somebody who's tasted something really disgusting. Nang.
I don't get it. I don't want to get it.
I don't know either.
Speaking of things that are somewhat confusing, although Raiden will probably look at this and think, oh goody, we're going to be addressing this individual, although he'll have several reasons for the question of this article already.
Navi, move your butt off my keyboard, please.
The Miz addresses why he hasn't won a WWE World Championship in nearly a decade. Even though he's one of WWE's most decorated wrestlers on the active roster, The Miz has not held one world title since his long reign with the WWE title, which ended back in May 2011. He's had a few chances to win one since then, most recently against Braun Strowman at Backlash. But his booking has mostly centered around the Intercontinental and Tag Team titles. In a new interview with Busted Open Radio, he addressed that fact by pointing out that almost every time he looks poised for a main event run, he gets swapped to the opposite brand and has to start over. It's funny. Every time people get drafted, people don't realize this, but when you get drafted, obviously, you know, you're going to a completely different show, but it changes your career. Said while describing getting pushed from SmackDown to Raw back in 2017. It changes everything. I remember being on SmackDown thinking, alright, I'm primed up and ready for the WWE title, and this is when I was doing the Intercontinental title stuff. I felt like it was it, and it was the title was much more talked about than any other title in WWE. I was like, oh, I'm on the wave right now to the WWE Championship. Then I got drafted to Raw. Once I got drafted to Raw, I feel like I went from there and had to build myself back up, and I was able to do that, he added. I did it once again. I felt like I was being primed up for the WWE title. I got drafted again. I'm starting to notice a theme here. It keeps going back and forth, and you have to build yourself up. Granted, some people don't have to do that build up. Some people are already there, and they are just able to get it. I'm not. I have to be built up and build myself up all there to do it. He was also asked flat out why he hasn't won a world title again. He couldn't give an exact answer, speculated that it might have something to do with his size, only to point out that's no longer an issue now with guys like Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles. Before settling on the fact that he's a much better heel than a babyface, and the WWE loves pushing faces as their top stars. I'll grant him that he does work better as a heel, because he's just got such a punchable face. As to my thoughts as to why he hasn't won a single world title, maybe it's because his entire run as WWE champion was so disappointing. Because other than a good altercation with Cena at WrestleMania, but let's be frank about this. His WWE title defense at WrestleMania 27, he was an afterthought because the whole atmosphere was all around Rock and Cena. And the only reason he got that title was because he cashed in Money in the Bank the night after Survivor Series 2010 against Orton, who had already had a grueling match with Mr. Wade Interesting Barrett. Shut up, Wade. I don't know. I just feel like his run as champion was an experiment, and it didn't work. Because there are two types of heel champions. There are the type, like with Triple H, where he's going to get cheered whether he's a face or heel, because he's someone that you love to hate and someone you love to love, because he can work either side of the fence. Ric Flair was exactly the same. Taker could do both sides as heel or face. Stone Cold in the beginning, he could do the heel persona right, but he was always better as a tweener or just as an anti-hero. Miz, they tried it with him as a face, and it was lukewarm at best. The problem with him as champion was he was someone you hated to hate, because he just had a punchable face, he had a condescending attitude, and somebody was just so in your face that you didn't want him not just as WWE champion, you didn't want him as tag team champion. Heck, if Oni had it his way, he wouldn't even have Miz in a dark match.
Ooh.
Because it's well documented, folks, Oni hates the Miz. It is true. He has been on there for so many years, when I should have had the title, and I would have been awesome. Sincerely, Oni Rakaku, future WWE champion, pay me money. I've said what I needed to. Raiden, I am handing you your katana of choice. You begin slicing and dicing as you see fit. You may even use the combination of Shin Raiden Joker.
Oh,
Honestly, I think I'll keep Shin on hold. Which, I'll be honest with you. I think Miz now would be a perfect fit to be WWE champion. Way back then, yeah, I definitely see your point. He really wasn't interesting enough as Champ, to be honest. Like, yeah, he did the heel shtick, which he was really, really good at. You know, so I don't know. Maybe after his last IC title reign, he would have gotten the WWE title. Because with his character work now, it's much more well polished than what he was before. Especially how he was very over obnoxious, but now this time he's more. I guess you can say he's more
refined.
Yeah, yes, defined, most definitely. So I think with that, I think the time to pull the trigger as the WWE champion is long gone. Especially with him teaming back up with John Morrison. So, yeah, I mean, it would have worked like in 2016 after he lost the IC title, but that's when he gave them the belt too many times, and I feel like that ruined it. So I feel like they shoot the shot too late.
All right, that's actually a very good. Intelligent feedback. All right, thanks, man.
No problem.
Lydia.
oh, I mean, Miz, like for a while, he hasn't bothered me that much. Not seeing himself as WWE champion material. It's like, had the belt, you can put that on your sheet. It's fine, but him saying that he's never going to be champion again in this climate, had a shot. Now he's just, at this point, I feel like he's more of a mid-carder at this point. Hell, he could even enter the tag team division with John Morrison. He could, since Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro are now tag team champions, hey, have them have Miz and Morrison do like a bit of a run. I would like to see that at least. I know they're like, I as much as I like to New Day, like push them out of the tag team, not tag team division, just out of the picture for a while and let Miz and Morrison go up against Shinsuke and Cesaro. I wouldn't mind that.
Fresh scene, basically.
Yeah, I'm like, hell, I would like to see John Morrison versus Shinsuke. Like, let's give me that, please. But it's like, again, at this point, Miz is a mid-carder, and he's going to stay that way. I feel bad that his WWE title run was disappointing, but again, at this point, he's just a mid-carder, and he's better off that way.
I mean, from his perspective, it's like, oh, I haven't had the title in a decade. At least you had the title. There are plenty that never get to hold it even once.
Yeah. So he should count his blessings at least that he won the title at least once.
Not to mention the guy already has a family with Maurice, and I gotta say, nice, real nice.
Miss Inverse.
Anything could happen, but to parrot my fellow colleagues, it's probably best that he is a mid-carder and he tries to branch out for something different, be it the tag titles, be it the Intercontinental, be it any of the other existing titles other than the big champion. You don't have to have that one to fully validate your record as a wrestler. And being a mid-carder isn't necessarily bad. It could be worse. You could be a jobber. And even then, some jobbers manage to climb their way out of that hole and get back into good graces. It all depends on how things are written and how hard you work. And if we're lucky, certain people may finally retire, maybe get some new management, and give more people other than the same 5 to 6 people the circle jerk / push. So, only time will tell, and I have never really had too much of an issue with The Miz. I have always been pretty indifferent and on the fence about him, but I don't think his career is royally fucked, especially if he does try to branch out for different titles. And if he does get the title again, cool beans.
And plus, under the current grading system, he actually became a Grand Slam champion when he won the Intercontinental title, because he'd been tag team, US, then WWE champion, but when he won the Intercontinental Championship, it's like, hey, you're a Grand Slam champion. Not many of them get to be at that level. And ironically, it was Shawn Michaels who self-proclaimed himself as a Grand Slam champion winner all the way back in 97, which, if you watch that interview between him and Sonny, he was high as a kite. That's what they've dubbed, people that have won every major title in the WWE at the time. Although, weirdest thing, they never included the Cruiserweight or the Light Heavyweight title, but they would include the Hardcore belt. So, let's say for the sake of discussion, Raiden had won the Hardcore, he had won the Intercontinental, the Tag Team, and a World title. He never won the European title, but if he'd won the Hardcore title, he would be labeled as a Grand Slam champion because the Hardcore belt was a tertiary belt. Personally, I think they need to bring the Hardcore belt back, but what do I know? And it's like I say, not many of them have been able to get Grand Slam winners. I mean, the only 2 people that have been Grand Slam champions on both sides is Chris Jericho and Jeff Hardy. Because Jeff Hardy won all the requirements from the first version. It's just that the second version, you swap out the European belt for the United States title, and you're done. And a certain Super Cena is just missing 1 belt for him to become Grand Slam, and that is for him to win the Intercontinental Championship. Which a lot of people are dreading. They're like, no, do not let Cena wins LOL happen on this occasion.
Honestly, look, we all know Cena got a reputation, but let's not forget when he won the US title against Rusev at WrestleMania 31. We never got to see the US Open Challenge, and it was possibly one of the best matches he had in his career.
That is true. But yeah, and let's be, I don't personally like Miz the character. I don't know what Mizanin is like as a person because I don't know him. But the stuff that he's done in the last few years, yeah, he's elevated his game and what have you. Oh, Ko Nice Assassin. By the way, any thoughts on the new US Championship design? I didn't even know they had redesigned
it. That shit is ass. Fuck you talking about? That shit stinks. Okay, continue.
New WWE US Championship belt.
Let me show you. Hold on.
Yeah, just let's be honest. I've seen.
Okay, this is what the plate looked like, and it's on a wrapper, so you'll see.
Looks like something you'd get out of a cereal box.
It does!
Yeah, it kind of does.
It's basically a belt buckle, but if you know hip hop, like I do, it's just like a big ass chain.
Hang on.
Looks weird.
Hang on. I need to find the appropriate image for this. Hang on.
Hang on to the edge of tomorrow.
Exactly. Yeah.
Folks, I'm about to show what the US title supposedly looks like from what Raiden has shown me. And here's my response. Oh, I can't do it that way. Okay, never mind. Here we are. Here is my response to that. Picard is displeased.
Mm-hmm. Again, I have to repeat myself. It just looks like something that you get out of a box of cereal.
Well,
That's my response to Bunny. Confused Bunny.
well,
Bunny.
let's see. Well, it looks a little bit better than what... Actually, no. This... Oh, ignore that. I was trying to find something where I could actually... Well, actually, that doesn't look too bad. Hang on, let me see. Trouble is, this is coming from something that's not particularly too secure, but... See, here's the thing. This would have looked better.
Honestly, I'm getting bored of that design. To be fair, so you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'd actually like to see.
I mean, the cruiserweight title belt looks better than that. Better than what we got.
Yeah. Dan says, I kind of like the new title belt design. I actually think it's not bad. Kind of reminds me of the old WCW US belt.
A little bit, but still say that shit looks ugly. I don't know. It's just call me old school, but I don't know. I dug the original US design that was introduced in 03.
Yeah.
It was simple. It had the flag. It had a little bit of a flag on it. I mean, it was like simple.
My response to it,
America!
America! Fuck yeah!
my response to the supposed new belt design, go back to the drawing board. That's all I'm gonna say, because this, hang on. I have...
No, what? Off the keyboard.
Yes, Navi, do as mother tells you. Otherwise, no treats.
I mean, shoot. John Cena's U.S. spinner belt looked better than that.
Here's a Nick Fury. Help me out here.
That's nasty.
He speaks the truth.
And just, all right, and just so that people can. Oh, I think they already.
Okay. Aside from this, this is what it really looks like.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just, to me, it's too much.
Sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Picard. Picard's response, like, oh, that's not right. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. It's just no, that's just wrong.
Aaron's joined us.
Who's joined us?
Aaron.
Oh, right.
Izzard.
All right.
The captain has made the scene.
And this is what John Cena's spinner belt looks like.
No, see.
I didn't like that.
I didn't mind that because that spinner belt, when it was introduced, they'd never done anything like that before that point, and it was platinum instead of gold, which I thought, okay. When he did the WWE title, I wasn't sure what to make of it.
It was too gaudy.
Even Cena has actually said in an interview around about 2011, 2012, he said in an interview, the spinner belt design is outdated and gaudy, and in the words of Oni, this coming from the guy who debuted the fucking spinner belt in the first place, my God, sir, you dumbass! But then again, it's Oni. Yes, it's true. I know all. Really? Do you know next week's lottery numbers? I don't know that much! Besides, if I knew next week's lottery numbers, do you think I'd tell you? Would you tell Lydia? Yes.
Actually, probably wouldn't. Like, woman, no, I'm not telling you shit.
You'll receive a check in the mail, yes. Lydia opens a check. You have $75 million. Eee, shopping spree!
Like, how the hell did you fit $75 million in a tiny envelope?
I have ways. I am the Oni. I know all. Do you now? Uh-oh.
Ow. Navi.
Mother, I require pets.
Yes,
So-
but do not sit on her stomach when it's that time where cramps come.
Oh dear,
Oh, no.
Nebby.
Aaron Isla just goes, what the frick did I dropped into? Aaron, sometimes even we don't know.
We're not omnipotent.
No.
No, you're not.
Long story short, I get what they're trying to do with the belt, but it looks too gaudy, and it looks like they're following a similar template with what they've done ever since the WWE title got redesigned in 2013 to having the update in 2014, because all they really did was put the network logo over the old scratchy logo. It's the same rock template design with the side plates at the side. Here's the thing. The US title was the last title belt to still feature a nameplate. Because of this coming in, that's going to go completely. And as petty as this may sound, I am not okay with that. Because I don't like the side plates of superstars, like logos and what have you. Sometimes there's something to be said for simplicity. Like, yeah, you could have like graphic art of of say art of Raiden going all Zen, but sometimes all you just need on the plate is just says the Raiden. Just because you can go over the top with some stuff doesn't mean you should. Sometimes, like I say, simplicity works best.
Guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, too long, didn't read, it looks like ass. And that's a pity because of all the belts, I actually liked in the WWE, the US title was the only one I looked at and thought, I don't want either the WWE or the Universal belt because they're basically recolors of each other. I don't like the tag team belts because they look cheap. Don't even get me started on the Intercontinental title. Give me the Attitude Era looking one any day. The US belt was the last decent looking one. If they came up to me now and says, oh, you're going to wear this, the hell I ain't.
Like, how about no?
No. Because, not this would ever happen, but if they, said, oh, which one would you challenge for? Say, I'll go for the US title. You don't want the W title? With that design? No.
It's basically, do you want blueberry fruit roll-up, or do you want strawberry fruit roll-up?
That's like basically asking, oh, we hear you like Need for Speed Most Wanted. Here's the 2012 game. Get that out of my face. Give me the 2005 game.
Exactly.
That's the 2005 version, that was decent. The 2012 one...
It was urban. It had a fun feel. The designs was just gritty. It had an identity. 2012, that looked very ESPN like, and that's not cool.
Yeah. Win. Go nuts.
Win left.
Oh.
Should be right.
Okay. Lids, I hand you your weapon of choice. You may do as you see fit.
Okay, first of all, when Oni showed me that belt, I was like, the fuck is this shit? And I started laughing my ass off when he realized, oh wait, it's the New Japan United States Championship belt. Only bootleg version.
Oh.
Basically.
Yeah, I legit had the idea of, like, when Homer in The Simpsons, when Homer's building the grill and he fucks up, he's all like, that's a nice looking United States Championship. Why doesn't mine look like that? Legit, it's like, it just looks really stupid. I don't see the point in redesigning it. To be fair, it's a lot better than the Universal Championship and the WWE Championship. A saying, guys. It's not better by much, but A for effort, guys. F for execution. At least a D-.
It's like, you go to win the main event of WrestleMania and you're presented with, like, the current WWE or Universal titles. Like, wait, I don't get the Smoking Skull belt. Get that out of here. Now, Smoking Skull belt. Now that's a belt.
Yes, it is.
I mean, heck. And Raiden, I'll take an L for this. I'd rather have John Cena's spinner belt than this.
Oh,
Which
I think
one?
we all would.
Cena's, oh right, his WWE title spinner belt. I'd rather have Cena's WWE spinner belt than this. This looks nasty.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll take the lesser of two evils with that one.
At least
that one looked unique, and it had the eagle design too, so that worked.
Yeah. Win is yet to come back, so Raiden, go nuts.
Oh, I already said my piece on the thing, so yeah. Look, like you said, it looks good. It looks better than the Universal title, but not to a stretch.
No.
I mean, the thing is with these belts is that they look good, but it's like it's overdone, and that says a lot about what the company represents now. It's just too much, and like you said, less is more, and that's what the U.S. title delivered. So they keep going with this direction. It's like it's point of no return. I mean, it's already point of no return, but it's not looking good. That's all I gotta say. Not looking good.
Co92 says, to be fair, I think the US belt was in need of an upgrade. It was, but dude, not this. This is nasty.
How much is a particular championship belt like that worth?
Are you
$1,000? $1,000?
Let me actually go look that up real quick. If I use WWE Euro Shop as an example.
You ever think you're gonna get a championship belt if you're loaded?
If I had the time and money, maybe.
Yeah, for me, I would just get the undisputed belt. You know, the one that Taker had.
Oh heck yeah!
Brock Lesnar had, Angle had. Yeah, that'll forever be my favorite WWE title design.
Right, to answer your question, I'm only going by what I'm looking at. Well, they actually got a sale on at the moment. For example, the WWE Attitude Era Championship replica title was £360, is now $270. So, let's check out CoinMill a second, because I don't know how accurate they are with pounds to dollars at the moment, but we'll find out. Let's see. Great British Sterling to US dollars. £270 currently is $340 US dollars and 56 cents. So, yeah, current belts are basically just under $350. Dan goes, overdone and too much. That explains the pointless karaoke showdown the recent SmackDown show. I'm not even going to get into that.
God, no.
Karaoke?
No.
Seriously?
Yeah, that shit was. Oh, okay. MJ, for clarity, and Liz, I think I need your help with this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they had this idea to have a freaking karaoke thing, and from what I've seen, it's the most cringiest shit you've ever imagined.
Oh,
Well,
and
from
then
the-
the reason
look
to
up
turn-
Naomi.
sorry, go on. Sorry.
No. You can continue. It's good.
I said, and it was an excuse to turn Lacey Evans heel.
Yeah.
I thought this was supposed to be wrestling, not Wrestlers Got Talent.
Well, when it comes to Vince, wrestling don't mean shit to him anymore.
Good shit.
And it's not the first time they've done stuff like this. They've had battle raps between the Usos and the New Day. They've had...
Man.
Although, when Cena had battle raps around 03 and 04, we tolerated that because he was actually coming from a genuine place, because he actually did rapping on the side. And I would never class Cena, say, in the same league as that of Eminem or, to a lesser extent, Vanilla Ice, but Cena, give him a good few lines and he can pump out a few good tracks. But don't ever expect him to do like a fully fledged career. I mean, he's transitioning very well into the world of acting. And I will give the man his due. He is a reasonably good actor. Is he as good as The Rock? Time will tell. But there's been other...
The thing with Cena, he could especially when him and Roman Reigns were gonna fight at No Mercy 2017. The way he was from, he outclassed the hell out of him. You know, and during his prime, like Super Push, he could definitely outclass anyone in the promo department. Well, not like a CM Punk, but he was really decent.
Dan's also saying, to be fair, at least Naomi had a good set of pipes. Aaron says, wrestlers got talent. I'd watch a show like that. And Co92,
Oh, we wouldn't.
Co92 says, and McMahon wants to live to be 100 like his mother. Hey, if he does, more power to him. And Win has returned.
Here's the scary part, and I'm sorry to bring this up. Maybe before he dies, he puts a little clause in his will to donate his brain into a robot.
Oh, please, no. That gives me nightmares.
No.
You know he'll do it. You know he'll do it.
From the greatest horrors of mind anyone's ever created, WWE presents McManatron.
Ah,
It'll be like freaking Richard Nixon from Futurama.
yes, I was just thinking that.
I was thinking Mecha McMahon would be a better title.
Mecha McMahon, yes.
Yeah. Since
My reaction to Mecha McMahon. Ah!
Since Win is back, what are your thoughts on the updated look for the US title?
I can't really describe it in words. It's not the most horrible thing I've seen, but honestly, the design could probably be better. Look a bit more professional rather than extremely over the top.
Yeah. This is why I love the design that was the former
Gesundheit.
that was introduced back at Vengeance 2003, because it was almost like they put Old Glory on a belt, and there wasn't really too much that needed doing to it. It was just the American flag that was represented on a championship belt, and that was all you needed. But, you know, what we're seeing with that, And Aaron's going Robo Wrestlers. Although technically they had that in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fast Forward.
Yeah,
Oh,
they also
yeah.
had that in Jetsons WWE movie.
Didn't RoboCop appear on a match in WCW?
Mhm.
Yes, he did.
With Sting.
Saving Sting from the Four Horsemen.
And that was when JR was on commentary there, so that shows you how far back that was.
Whoa.
Co92 says McMahon loves his business so much he'll be drinking from the fountain of youth to keep himself alive.
Also get this. Chucky appeared in WCW.
Lovely. To sort of cover what Dan said about the karaoke stuff from SmackDown, I'm just going to keep this as simple as possible. I thought Lacey Evans wasn't bad. I thought that was okay. Naomi probably put a little bit more effort in, but it's as people say, it was just a cheap excuse just to turn Lacey heel after she was already having a really good, solid run as a face. It's just like, leave it to McMahon to ruin a good thing, just like he did with American Alpha.
I'm still pissed off about that, by the way.
Me as well. Ruining Cesaro. There's another one that he ruined. He's ruined Bailey. Because
Nakamura.
Oh, you mean Karen?
Honestly, with Bailey, I think she's working well with her role, especially now that Charlotte and Becky are not in WWE at the moment.
To be fair, I'm like, as much as I give her a hard time, I actually am not having a problem with Bailey's character nowadays, especially since now she's paired up again with Sasha Banks. Everybody's all like, "Oh, split them up, split them up." I'm like, no, they're actually working fine as a duo. Don't split them up right now.
I
You
do.
know what I'm saying? We're probably gonna split them up.
Besides, if they keep this up, we might get our hugger back.
Yay!
Also,
I'm kind of sick of the Karen look. Come on.
mm, also,
Yeah, she looked more adorable with that really tight ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
also with the way I've been seeing on like these sort of after match vignettes where they catch up with wrestlers after the matches, the way that they've edited the footage, it almost looks like they're teasing an Alexa Bliss heel turn. It's just like, no, this thing with her and Nikki Cross is working. Don't turn Alexa heel. We've had enough of Alexa as a heel. It's done to death.
Her and Nikki are just adorable.
I know.
I'm still in a hiatus, but from everything I've heard, Alexa's actually doing a pretty decent job as a face.
I mean, they never thought Stone Cold could get over as a face, but WrestleMania 13 changed all that with the Hitman because, you know, he just got over that night. The same thing with Rock. I mean, Rock got over because he was genuine. And they said that Mick Foley was genuine as Mankind, although some of the stuff that Mankind did is just like, okay, Mick, love you, but really, dude, no, none of that. They argue at some with Triple H that what you see in the ring is pretty much the same person that you see backstage, where it's basically who he is backstage is just him with the volume turned down. Which I'm kind of glad of, because I'd be very concerned if I went back to backstage and he's just doing DX, crotch chops. It's like, I don't know if this is how you say hello, dude, but I'm not doing that with you. Nothing personal. And let's not talk about the other talent things that they've done over time, like that pointless flexing competition between Triple H and Scott Steiner before the 2003 Rumble.
That was crazy bad. Oh.
That was cringy.
Also, here's an interesting thing that Steiner said in an interview. They wanted Scott Steiner to take a drugs test, and he said, I will, as long as Triple H takes it with me.
Yeah. Okay. After. Yeah. If you know your wrestling history, Steiner does not like Triple H at all.
No. Especially if that match at the 2003 Royal Rumble is anything to go by, because part of me wonders how much of that was actually scripted.
Well, that half and half. Well, Steiner at the time, the roids was getting to his body, and he could not perform like he used to.
No.
Well, aside when he went to TNA, I think after that he got a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course some of the other like cringy like talent contests, like some of the stuff they made the Diva the Diva Search contestants over the years, like when they did like the 4th of July thing where Sergeant Slaughter made her do like a drill course, like, okay, 4th of July, being patriotic, military, it's like, okay, you know what? Not gonna make a thing out of that, because it's like, I get that. But some of the things they would do, like, what was it, like with the dodgeball competition at SummerSlam 2004.
Oh, God. That one was bad.
Although, I give Christy Hemme... Now, when I say this, I'm talking about in the sense of, you know, thinking on your feet. One of the things that she would do, because Rock had to come back and judge a pie eating contest, and I thought, oh, it's like, I see where this is going already.
I think I remember that.
Thank you, Brian Zane, for reminding me of that shit.
Yeah, Christy, I'll give her this. This was different. Instead of eating the pie that was on the tables, she literally went and sat down in one. I'm like,
Oh God.
oh, okay then.
Like I watched that and I'm like, wait a minute, what's she doing with that? Oh my God.
But
You know, when you're a young adolescent, I'm just saying.
yeah,
I'm just gonna go with that. And then there was this other chick named Carmela, not the same one.
no, this is a different one.
Oh no, not that Carmela.
Oh yeah, would you put the pie on her body?
Oh God. That's not how you eat pie, sweetheart. At least Maria had the right idea of how to eat pie.
Yeah, that Carmella didn't last in WWE long. I think after her match with Christy at Taboo Tuesday 2004, which I think that was a lingerie pillow fight. That would not fly today.
Oh no, it would
No, definitely not.
Like I said, adolescence. Didn't tell us no until he got older. And it's like we were dumb when we were young. When we were
Yeah,
kids.
we're dumb kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and of course, same pay-per-view, the Fulfill Your Fantasy Battle Royale.
Oh God, that thing, no.
Now, the theme of that year was the WWE Divas dressing as schoolgirls. Considering the climate we're in today, very, very inappropriate.
Oh God, I would have preferred the Freak Maid outfits. Just be honest, right now. But no.
something a certain adult film site would love.
Wasn't Trish Stratus in that match?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Oh God.
that was Taboo Tuesday, wasn't it?
Yep. And, all the other girls were, doing their version of schoolgirl outfits, whereas, Molly Holly, and her hair was still growing back at this stage, because remember, she lost a hair versus hair match at Mania 20 against Victoria. Jerry,
that was her idea, too.
Jerry the King Lawler, of all people, goes and says, doesn't Molly Holly look more like a school teacher than a school girl? And I'm like...
Oh,
And that's a problem. Why?
Dude, Jerry Lawler.
I know, but still.
But you can
I mean,
tell in that schoolyard, in that school girl uniform, Stacy Keibler was in her element at that point.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
most definitely, yes.
And then, of
And
course...
rocked the feminine wiles and actually became a really competent wrestler over time.
Yep.
I'll agree with you on that one.
Whereas, what was it, the year later, when they did 05, what was it?
Super Stacy.
That was fun, though. I kind of got like a Catwoman vibe from her about that. I think they had the option of... either having a cheerleader themed battle royale, which... Nothing wrong with cheerleaders, cheerleaders can be reasonably tasteful, but the audience voted, I think it was bikini themed that year.
Oh, I think that was rigged. Come on.
Oh,
Was Was
I
it
feel like
though?
it was. I'm sorry, I do.
I'm
If
just.
it was the text
mean-
system, I can definitely see it being rigged because those things were easy to spam. Why do you think we kept getting shitty American Idol winners instead of the ones that actually knew how to sing?
Why do you
Well,
think we got Chris Allen instead of Adam Lambert? Excuse me, I'm so mad. Ugh.
Because of
or Chris Daughtry.
Oh, that was a big injustice in that show. No.
Or-
because thirsty fangirls and thirsty fanboys.
Or another example, why Haley Reinhart didn't win even though she was much more talented.
Or Tori Kelly.
But, to be fair, it worked in Haley's favor because she ended up pairing up with Postmodern Jukebox.
Hey, there you go.
And plus, it's a similar thing over here in the UK. Whenever you get the winners of the competition versus the runners-up, this will be relevant to Stephen and Aaron. Remember Hearsay?
No, was that?
Right.
Can't say that I have.
Right. Basically, Hearsay won the very first, because back in the day you'd have either Pop Idol or Pop Stars. It was just basically another talent show with a different name. They won the first Pop Stars contest, but Liberty X were the runners-up. Hearsay only ever released one record. Liberty X released multiple singles because, as far as they were concerned, there was no substitute for hard work, whereas Hearsay, well, they weren't that great. I would show music videos, but you know how the algorithm is.
Yeah.
Liberty X, they were kind of a mixture of R&B and pop around the early 2000s. It's in a similar vein to that of the Spice Girls, where individually weren't anything to write home about, but brought in collectively, they had something. And if you ever look up the music videos for Give Me Just a Little Bit More and their cover version, Got to Have Your Love, not only really decent tracks, the music video that they did for Got to Have Your Love, it wouldn't be done today because the guys were fully dressed whilst the girls were either dressed in bikinis or very other skimpy outfits, which today that's a huge no-no, unless of course the girls actually advocate to do that, because there are some girls still today that actually like that. I mean, the way I understand it is, if the girls want to do it, well, that's their choice. You know, it's all about respecting, the choices these days.
Mm-hmm.
Getting off on a tangent again. Basically, Liberty X had the talent collectively. Hearsay were just a flash in the pan. In a similar vein to Pop Idol, I mean, the first winner was Will Young, who did a cover version of a Westlife song called Evergreen. And then you had Gareth Gates. How to put this nicely? Gareth Gates comes across as being a really sweet kid. And he actually won a lot of people over, where he had a stutter, so he found it very difficult to do interviews, which he's actually overcome his stutter now, and he can actually talk, really regularly. But as soon as he starts singing, completely different person. There's a huge transformation, and he did a cover version of Unchained Melody. Now, personally, I think Unchained Melody is one of those songs, it's been done to the point of exhaustion. However, it's a tried and tested formula that works. Obviously, it worked for the Outrighteous brothers, who were the ones who originally did it. It worked for Robson and Jerome back in the day, because those that aren't really familiar, there was a drama series back in the day called Soldier Soldier, which was sort of revolving around the lives of all these soldiers at this particular post. And Robson Green and Jerome Flynn played Paddy and Tucker, respectively. Paddy was he had a sense of humor, but he knew when to get serious. Tucker never knew when to get serious, and he was just one of those guys that you love him, but at the same time, it's like, gosh dang it, Tucker, straighten up and fly right. But they brought them together for Unchained Melody. Now, this was done as an idea within the show, but there was a demand afterwards for them to do this as for a record.
Please don't.
And then they actually then did a cover version of Up on the Roof, which is my personal favourite of theirs, because it's not only got this very classic vibe about it, but they go and shoot the music video in New York City. And New York City is one of those that's on my bucket list. It's gotta happen one of these days. Preferably.
You ever been to New York City?
No, never been to... Random and the guys did New York 11 years ago, because, not to get into too much of a personal thing, they all wanted to meet up, and one of them was able to provide the means to be able to get them into a nice hotel. And the mandate was basically, you don't need, just get here. So they actually spent 2 weeks, I think it was at the Barclay Continental Hotel, and they would, go to Central Park, they would go down to Nintendo World, they'd go to one of the major comic book stores there, which I've actually, my brother actually got me a couple of Archie comic books of Sonic the Hedgehog from there, so I said thanks to him all those years ago, so I'll say thank you again, thank you very much. And that was the first time, he met the likes of Helsing 920, R.I.P. good sir, we still miss you. The likes of just keep that in mind in the motherfucking house. I'm gonna go send bags of manure to random people across the internet because it's what I do. Seriously, never, ever, 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 ever give David your postal address, because he'll send you weird shit through the mail. Like, I've told this story once or twice before, but he once sent Emma Randy Macho Man Savage's rap album to him. He actually liked it. And I've told this story once or twice before, but he not only sent the cinema snob a bag of manure, he also sent him the DVD of Guys Gone Wild.
No!
Dare I even ask?
Oh my god!
Apparently he did a review of it.
Well, of course.
David, you're a weird son of a bitch, and we love you for it.
Because I think that was the year when Revenge of the Fallen came out.
And that's when he noticed the difference between UK cinema crowds and US cinema crowds. Because us UK cinema crowds, if something major happens, we might get like a small little laughter and applause and what have you. But every time Optimus Prime showed up on screen, everybody is getting up, roaring, giving a standing ovation. Random Tarrison, a few hours like, the fuck? But, US cinema crowds, very passionate, especially in New York, but New York is passionate by default. But no, that was the sort of things that they got up to. They weren't really able to do much because most of them were on a strict budget and what have you. And not to go too much into a thing, that was when the whole drama started.
Yeah, you thought about this like multiple times, right?
Yeah, I'm just merely saying this as a footnote. Not going to get into it. It's been talked about.
Right.
It's been buried multiple times. We're leaving it buried.
Fair enough.
New York, like I say, is one of those places. I want to say that I want to have done it at least once, just to have gone there, even if it's just for a week, just to be able to, stand outside 8-hook ladder, or just to be able to stand at the George Washington Bridge, or be at the base of the Statue of Liberty, or look at the Chrysler Building and just go, Smythe? And just be like, you're such a fucking nerd.
Or the firehouse.
That's why I said.
Specify.
That's why I said 8-hook and ladder, because that's the actual name of the building.
Oh, sorry.
That's alright. It's alright. Or I don't know, just to be able to go to Madison Square Garden and just be like, maybe if I happen to have like a replica Money in the Bank case, like, should I? Yes. I've been to Los Angeles. Would love to have seen more of it. Maybe just, go to locations where Knight Rider was filmed. Chicago's another one. I'd love to be able to cross off. Miami, because, hey, it's Miami. Plus, some of the women. I see you. How you doing? Liz would be exactly the same. She'd be like, hello. Because as we all know, Lids like them ladies too. And for whatever reason, Lids has gone on mute. Hopefully not. To be fair, there was some stuff going in the background as well, so...
Yeah.
Oh, Lids has returned.
Oh, sorry about that. I had to get some laundry.
It's okay.
We understand.
All right. So what were we talking about?
Well, we were just talking about New York, how it's one place I'd love to get crossed off my bucket list. I've been to Los Angeles. I would have loved to have stayed longer and be able to do more, but you can only do so much when you're on a budget. Chicago's another one I'd love to do. Miami, because Miami is Miami, and because, I'm just saying, because, some of the women there, we see you. Lid sees you too. Because, Lids likes the ladies too. I thought I'd get a little bit more reaction from Lids than that, but never mind. I don't know if I'd go to any other cities, not because I don't want to, it's just that I couldn't really think of anything that would give me a reason to go, if that makes any sense.
I can see where you're coming from.
Owen had a good time in Phoenix, even though he did almost die of heat stroke or thing.
Oh, blimey.
Well, to be fair, he is out in the Arizona desert, so...
Yeah, I warned him about the heat, but did he listen? No. He's all like, it'll be fine. Next thing you know, now he's regretting his decision mostly.
Well, geographically, it depends. Different places get different types of heat.
It's true, yeah. He says South Carolina's hot, but not like, it's more of a humidity than a dry heat.
Kind of like when I went to Milan 5 years ago. It was it was warm there to be sure, but
Mm.
it was a pleasant heat in the evening because it didn't. By the time night came, you could pretty much walk around with ease.
Aaron says, went to New York once, but it was only for a couple of days, and it was for my granddad's birthday. He lives in the Bronx. Wow, nice.
Wow.
So was my sister.
Oh wow. I think the only other reason I probably go to New York, aside from the shopping, because hey, I'm a guy that likes to go shopping for sneakers and t-shirts. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Mainly because people are so chill there. And also because, you know, you go to some of the comic book stores there and some of the other places that are more tailored to the nerdy sophistication of that we represent and all that jazz. You know, just for a good time, and just be able to go to all those spots that, you know, we've seen throughout many movies, whether it's Ghostbusters, Godzilla, or you know, the Spider-Man trilogy. You know, New York is a character.
Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only other places I'd probably go around the world, Tokyo.
Oh, I'd love to go there.
Oh yeah.
The
Oh,
Godzilla
that would love to
Hotel.
go to Tokyo.
And probably the only other place I'd probably go is Toronto, because now, when I say I wouldn't go to Europe, there are plenty of nice people in Europe. It's just that Europe doesn't interest me. It just doesn't. You know, I've been to Greece more times than I care to know. Fine bunch of people there. Absolutely some of the, you know, most chill people. It's just that I've been there multiple times courtesy of family vacations that it's the location that's kind of made me less interested in ever going back, because one of my relatives, not naming names, they just want to go there each year without fail. I'm just like, that doesn't interest me. You know, for me, I grew up on American TVs and movies. America's always something that's, you know, that's called me over. So when I had my chance to go to Los Angeles, it's just like, I'm taking this with both hands. It's just like, I'm not going to get this chance again for a while, and 8 years later I've not been proven wrong. I think the thing I enjoyed most about going over there is just that people in America are just so chill. You know, they're just so welcoming. They're so relaxed. And then you get back to the UK, it's like, what do you want? And it's just like, wow, I live here. You know? So I think there was this one guy that was doing like these video logs where he was staying over in Japan as an exchange student, and, you know, talking about reverse culture shock, where, you know, he was so impressed by how courteous, how polite, and how helpful people were to him in Japan. And he gets to like customs in in America, and he just sees somebody just being randomly rude to him. He's just like, why did I come home?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not to say that every single person is like that in the UK. It's just that when I came back from the US 8 years ago, and I get greeted by some people like that, it's just like, can I get back on the plane? I want to go back to LA. Aaron's saying, "Oh, you wouldn't ever want to come down into Gibraltar? Never went."
I think Aaron lives in Gibraltar.
He does. Well, I know.
Yeah, he was just stuck in Spain for a while because of the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Well, I will say one thing about New York: the food's a little overrated. Wouldn't know. Haven't ever tried it yet. Although Random did love his hot dogs whilst he was there. He would actually have like a foot-long hot dog with everything on it once. I'm like,
Wow.
I'm looking at him like, dude, how are you not the poster child for Alka-Seltzer? 'Cause-
Maybe he has a cast iron stomach like my middle sister. She can eat all the spicy food and seems to be unfazed.
Yeah, because he once went into Subway years ago and ordered a foot long with everything, and I'm looking and I'm going, it's like, how are you walking? But he is
the Shaggy Rogers diet.
yeah.
Zoinks!
Hey, it wasn't my fault. My very first toy was a garbage disposal.
No, but like I say, New York would definitely be one of those cities I've got to go to at least the once. And if I ever get things go my way financially, it'll be all 6 of us.
Would be nice.
6.
I have always wanted to travel, and some places, at least for the time being, are not going to be possible. Sad face.
Although
I
probably
hope that ban does get lifted soon, because I would not
Seriously,
mind visiting friends in other countries, and I would not mind popping by and visiting a Mr. Knight and going, so, how good is the Costa coffee here?
why, Ms. Wynn, it is scintillating divine to where you will go, I like this coffee. I wants to has more.
And so we can kind of speed up this ban being lifted. I'm sending a picture from my phone because Navi's being a butt and pinning my hand holding the mouse again. Once it loads up because the internet is being butt. I am officially a member of the Stephen Walker and Florgo Gas Mask Club.
Nice.
Yay. I was just saying
Which-
6.
Which is which is probably for the best, given, as you guys know, I was born with really weak lungs because I was born a month early. Well, 2 months early. So, underdeveloped lungs means I can catch something nasty. Can't really go keeping it as discreet as possible to keep Susan off our backs. Easily. Because asthmatic.
But that mask does look cool.
Yeah, and even when all that stuff's lifted, I have something for crafting, because let's be real here. Adhesives for EVA foam stinks up to high heaven, as does paint. And for some of the EVA foam I use, I have to sand one side of it to smooth it out. So, no getting any foam dust in my lungs.
I was gonna say. The other thing you'd have to try out, Win, Greg's Bakery.
Oh, yes. The bacon and
Well-
cheese pastries.
Early morning sausage bap with ketchup.
Well, Well, I know where you're
You're
taking me for breakfast.
Followed up with iced ring donuts.
oh, that sounds delicious. That
I've also got
does.
chocolate eclairs and gingerbread.
You had me at gingerbread.
You had me at
I
ice cream.
I love gingerbread.
Oh yeah.
Plus
Thankfully,
another.
go on.
Plus another place I've always wanted to visit, aside from the UK and Japan, was Ireland, because I the source of my Irish root of my Irish roots from where my great grandmama grew up.
Maybe near. I was just thinking.
Mm-hmm.
There's a kind of like after The Last Jedi came out, there was like a tournament of lightsaber group that kind of does a tournament near the Isle of Skelling where they did the filming for The Last Jedi.
Yes.
Ooh, Ludo Sport tournament.
They kind of done a thing called it's kind of like the Battle of Skelling,
Ah.
where they fight, where basically members from UK and Ireland, if they can, they all fight for the title of Champion of Skelling. Yeah.
Yeah. The only place I probably wouldn't go to, and I say this with the deepest respect, given what's currently going on in the world, I wouldn't go to London. On the basis...
Oh, really?
I'd say this much. I wouldn't go there simply because I find it's a little too crowded for my taste. It's gone to a point where there are certain levels of politics that go on within the city that I don't agree with, and you know how I am with certain things. If there are places that, you know, that I don't agree with, I don't have to go there because... Again, this is not the best analogy, but if you're in someone else's house, you either obey the rules or you leave. And I just don't really like how some people have their politics, because I try to steer clear of it as I possibly can, because ever since the 2016 debacle with either the European referendum or the presidential election, I've tried to steer as clear away from it as I possibly can. They just go and say, "What's your opinion?" It's like, dude, I just want to go to the movies and escape into the world where I'm somehow Superman, Raiden is somehow Blade, and we've teamed up with Win as Lena Inverse. So, you know, we all go have fun that way. And also, given, you know, there's also riots in a lot of the cities now, because it's also happened in Bristol as well, which is probably another reason why I haven't ventured out to there for quite some time.
Yeah. Probably in larger cities as well.
It's like I say, London's not really for me these days. The last time that I can remember being in London was to watch a game at Stamford Bridge for Chelsea Football Club, which, if memory serves me correct, I mean, you're putting me on the spot with this, it was fall 2003 against Notts County in the then Worthington Cup, which used to be the Coca-Cola Cup, which I prefer because the Coca-Cola Cup sounds better. That was the last time I was ever there, but I kind of dropped off the radar with it, and I kind of gave up as a Chelsea fan some 8 years later, because round about 04-05 was when I was getting more and more into WWE, when it was actually good, that it got to a point around 2011. I'm watching a game that's being screened up in the canteen where I work, Chelsea versus Kasichi, and the only two players I recognized was John Terry and Frank Lampard, I'm like, I think this is now your time to get out of this. Because if you only recognise 2 players, it shows how long you've been away from it. And yeah, it just didn't have the passion for it anymore. So I have not been a club football fan for 9 years. I don't miss it. And I have not supported the national team since 2006. Not because I don't like them or anything, but I just got the feeling of in 2006 when the World Cup was being played, the England squad at the time didn't have any passion or any conviction with their performance, and I'm like, you're not. It's like, if you don't have a reason to care, why should I? And people have said, oh, you can't go not supporting your own country in sports. Like, there's no rule saying, you must, declare devotion, because at the end of the day, it's just a game. It is just a sport. And whenever a World Cup tournament is on, or a European Championship, I'm just a neutral spectator and just, watching the games, as an outsider. Although that frickin' Brazil-Germany match from 2014.
Oh yeah, when Germany won.
7-2.
Oh damn! Oh my god, I remember that.
I still remember the commentary
It was-
Salieri did for that game.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, oh man, it got crazy.
Even Oni was
remember that.
talking about that game.
Blimey.
I mean,
Yeah, that one was one-sided, where the final one between Germany and Argentina, they were neck and neck.
what got me was the first half ends 3-2. I'm like, okay, this is a done deal. Then Germany scored another one. I'm like, okay, 5, 6, 7. I'm like, what the hell? The funniest meme gif I've seen is they superimpose the Brazilian flag over Loki's face and the German flag over Hulk's face, and you just see Hulk.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Never get
yeah.
enough of that one.
Oh my god. I think you remember the one joke I had told you. Think you may remember me mentioning something about that.
Oh! Oh no! Oh no!
I remember back when it wasn't taboo to say stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they had been uploading that game to their servers, and they told them to take it down because, and I quote, these are their words. Now, keep in mind I'm working with RSI in my wrist here.
No worries.
It's okay.
All good.
Their words.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I cannot say that out loud.
Oh,
No.
No shit.
No.
Holy shit. Then again, this is a site that has no filter.
No, it does not.
Nope.
And yet,
Especially, I remember them welcoming really awesome. These are some awesome people because I have seen some of their safe work artwork, but back when Yahoo bought Tumblr and banned the not safe for work art, I remember that particular site saying they'd welcome them with open arms.
Same thing with Newgrounds.com. In fact, it was probably the first time Newgrounds.com have been relevant in years.
Right.
DeviantArt still somewhat supports them. It's just, you've got to figure out how to double watermark that shit, because people will try to steal your art.
And also, this is the same website that was actually helping out people in Italy dealing with the coronavirus. And if you recall, when you saw the article and there was the troll face on the front of it, this was an adult website helping out people in Italy that are dealing with the virus, and the troll image was basically saying, "Problem Puritans."
Oh god.
With perfect justification, because if I may be controversial here,
Of course.
how is it that a site that premieres adult films that are obviously not safe for work are being charitable in contributing to the world, while the more moral camps, such as churches, are benefiting from pandemic relief funds?
Well,
And
It's
I
a
found that out
mad
watching
world
a
we
video.
live in.
I mostly found that out after watching a YouTube video on my feed from the Archfiend. You can never go wrong with the Archfiend.
Mm-hmm.
also, this is the same website that for every single click that they got, they would plant a new tree in the rainforest. Which I'm like, okay, well played.
Oh yeah, I remember. Aside from Elon Musk, and they were neck and neck with Elon Musk and Mr. Beast in terms of the tree planting project.
Surprising that they are very charitable in that respect.
To answer
And they're the immoral party? Question mark?
To answer the question of why the purveyors of adult entertainment are getting praise as opposed to the moral camp that are benefiting, is because this is just my take on it. Those who go out and do moral acts like that will not claim to be moral. In their eyes, we're doing it because it was the right thing to do. Because if you're good, if you happen to be a good person, you probably won't look at yourself as being a good person, but you're trying to do something that, at least in your own eyes, will help people see that you're that way. It's a very modest and very humble way of doing it. You're trying to win the acceptance that you're good, even though you're already good, if that makes any sense. You're finding new ways to renew that status. Because, again, a good person will have that humble mindset of they don't see themselves that way, because that's for other people to tell them that they're that way. Jericho said in one interview, because one of the interviewer asked, "Do you consider yourself the greatest of all time?" It's like, that's not for me to say, because I don't look at myself that way. But then he goes, "But if other people say it, for you," he goes, "Well, that's different. If I'll accept praise, but I'll never put myself over like that." Jericho says some things that I don't agree with, but I do agree with that modest demeanor. To be the greatest, don't think of yourself as the greatest, and to be moral, don't think of yourself as moral. You are striving to be moral, but you won't lay claim to it. Whereas people who claim to be moral, 5 times out of 10, chances are they're not. And Co92 just says that's the hypocrisy of some religious groups. To that I say no comment.
Even though I did hear Satanism is supporting the BLM movement, so there's that.
I'm gonna steer well clear of that.
Some people are not ready for the conversation, but for me, just because they worship the devil don't mean they're bad people. That's all.
Yeah, aside from the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter, they're probably one of my favorite tweets to read because, holy crap, are they savage? I'm gonna leave it at that. The Church of Satan Twitter is frickin' savage, but still not on par with, just only almost on par with the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter. And maybe the Wendy's Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
And Arby's. Don't forget Arby's.
True. They're kind of neck and neck, too. I just mentioned the Wendy's one because you can never go wrong with a snarky redhead.
Only reason I say no comment is considering how dicey it is with a lot of people that will leave criticism of other religions. When somebody asks me what is my opinion of this religion, I'm not going to comment, only because I don't feel like it's my place to, and religion's just one of those things just don't do it. It's not worth taking the L for that one. So when it's like if somebody asks me about what I think about these 3 religions, I don't know enough about. It's not my place to say. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Plus, it's best not to upset the YouTube SWAT bots.
No.
Yeah.
No.
FBI.
Oh, it's funny you go.
Because remember, this is YouTube. No fun allowed.
Funny, you go and say that. I remember some these really parody coffee mugs or car stickers. Apparently, this is what one sticker had, which that one which you just said out. This didn't. When they said FBI, they didn't stand for Federal Bureau of Investigation. This is what it said in one beach shop window.
Oh, I think I know what you're
No.
Yeah.
I don't think that would fly.
No, oh my god.
It is kind of, while offensive, it is kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's something Lupin the Third would wear.
Yes! I definitely see it. Him or Jiraiya from Naruto.
I do
Or
recall.
Masaroshi.
Oh
Or
yeah.
Quagmire.
Or Sanji.
Giggity.
Or Moroku. Or before he got married, Moroku the monk from Inuyasha.
That's true. These days, he would get his ass kicked by Sango.
Someone went and mentioned Sonic earlier.
Oh.
I mentioned the Sonic Twitter.
Yes.
Oh shit! I think I remember this. I think I remember seeing an earlier version of this a while back.
I think
There's
it was
a
a
sequel
teasing
now?
trait.
Oh yeah, I think
There's a sequel.
I think we've seen this before, or this is a sequel.
It's a sequel because I see Tails and Amy because the one we saw just had Sonic.
Yeah, it was just
Okay.
like a very basic prototype version of what he wanted to do, because he was trying to get the actual digital map of the island, whereas this is sort of like a consolation thing that he was trying to do, and there's a few humorous moments in this.
Mm-hmm.
I meant
And
Zero.
I think he said in the in the comment section of the video that this will be one of his last few animations that he'll be doing.
Oh,
Aw.
Aw, disappointing.
why is he looking to move on to something else?
I think his career is taking him down a different path.
Fair enough.
But
This is basically
Sometimes it works. Sometimes it goes that way. Sorry.
so. Presumably, his career's not allowing him enough time to do this, so this is his way of saying goodbye. I feel that. Don't like it, but I feel it.
I'm at 0-0.
Mm-hmm.
Ditto.
Lids.
Hang on. All right, 1 second. I have to wait for it to load. Got an ad. I don't like that ad. All right, I'm at 0.
3, 2, 1, play.
Ah!
Oh, that's clever.
If only it would roar like the Sega theme. Roar.
Nice.
Jurassic Park.
You know where this is going already.
Of course.
Well, looks like their radio's out too. Guess we just wait.
Spared no expense indeed.
No signal anywhere. All day. Cool. Oh. Ow.
Bubsy?
Everything okay, Conker?
Conquer?
Don't feel so good.
Like Bubsy for a second,
Taco
sorry.
Tuesday's coming back for revenge.
Ew.
Gotta go.
Oh
No, Conquer.
What's his deal? You don't
Oh
wanna
god,
know.
and this was the scene that really got me as a kid.
no! Oh.
You hear that? Yeah.
No, the goat's gone.
Goatee always gets it.
The goat
Aw.
is gone.
Poor goat. Oh. Hi, Rexy.
Hi there.
Wanna be friends? Oh, I wanna be. You wanna be dinner?
Hey, Knuckles.
Hmm?
What are they looking at?
Defense. You don't think...
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Oh, it's not good.
Oh, man.
Boy.
That is some top-notch
Perhaps
animation
extinct
there.
animals should be left
Oh, yeah.
extinct.
Uh-huh.
Amy,
Amy, don't do it.
I have to see if Sonic's okay.
Ugh.
Damn it, Amy!
Hey!
You just went full Lexi. Never go full Lexi.
Turn the light off.
Turn the light off!
God, why?
Amy had to go and be Amy.
Yeah.
No, Tsundere.
Rexy, I don't think they do this car in your size, girl.
I know.
Are you implying that I'm fat?
You're 40 feet long and 20 feet tall. You're not exactly gonna get into a four-wheeler.
There.
I'll show you, asshole! I will get in this car! Oh, oops.
I may have broken it. I'm sorry.
Fuck this car! Fuck your car!
If I can't get in it, no one will!
We've got to do something.
Right.
The Hedgehog of Action.
Whatever happens, I blame you!
Did she ever drag it in the original?
I don't think she did.
Oh. Oh.
Hey!
Can I help you?
Right here!
Knuckles, no!
Knuckles, you're an idiot.
Damn it, Knuckles, you had one job!
Well, to be fair, at least with Knuckles he has monster strength.
Hope nobody goes.
And if need be, he can fly.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Cocker, no. Cocker, no.
Uh-oh.
Run!
Oh. Did you need to
You
use
didn't
this?
have to go to the bathroom before. Oh, God, even Rexy had standard.
And it works perfectly since Conker's full of crass humor. Fun game. Would recommend.
I like how Rexy's like... I like how Rexy's like, oh, that's nasty.
Amy,
Conker should have used a freshener or something.
I smell two-tailed, three-tailed fox. I will eat this. Oh, that's not terrifying. Oh! Oh.
See, this is why the first movie is still head and shoulders above the other four.
Most
hang
definitely.
on!
Although Lost World comes a close second.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, despite how not too crazy good it was, at least it had flair, especially with the city scene.
Hmm.
Hell no!
Hi there.
You dinner? I mean, nice to meet you, dinner. I mean, dinner. Okay.
That was fun.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was good.
Mm-hmm. So many patrons.
I like the ambient noises of the crickets and the other various dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
It does make sense, though, with a project this big.
Whoa! Aaron Weber?
Thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, consider subscribing and click on the bell to be alerted whenever I upload. I'll see you in the future.
He has done some good stuff in the past. I like it whenever, you know, he's done the Sonic Christmas specials. They're always fun. All right, man. Oh. That is an interesting question. What does this mean for Power Rangers? Let's see. Hasbro to end partnership with Toei. What this means for Power Rangers on TV. The Illuminati has recently got word that Hasbro will reportedly not be continuing their partnership with Toei, including the use of footage from Super Sentai for the Power Rangers TV series. This means that, according to our sources, Super Sentai will no longer be a factor in production for Power Rangers. Our sources are also telling us that this could mean 2021's Power Rangers Dino Fury will be the last season of the long-running franchise after their contract with Nickelodeon expires. It's also important to note that the production for the Power Rangers franchise has moved from Allspark to another Hasbro subsidiary, E1. This transition can mean multiple things for Power Rangers. E1 is known for the popular children's animated series Peppa Pig, so it's possible that an animated adaptation could be in the works. That was not explicitly confirmed by our sources, however. There are plenty of places Hasbro can go after this. Some of these are going to be personal speculation, while others we know Hasbro will be focused on going forward. I will make it very clear what this speculation is, what's been confirmed by our sources. In my personal opinion, I think it would be beneficial for Hasbro to move on to an animated series going forward. Fans for years have expressed interest in a Power Rangers animated series, and if Boom Comics have proved anything, is that these characters can have amazing storylines where they aren't being restricted by existing footage. They could also adapt certain storylines from the comics, such as Shattered Grid, to bring fans in. It is also possible, not confirmed, that Hasbro could put a heavier focus on the comics. Boom Comics wants Power Rangers Dino Fury has included. However, similar to the Nickelodeon deal, the Power Rangers deal at Boom Studios will also be running out in 2021. So it's possible that Hasbro could choose not to continue that deal. Considering the success of the comics, however, I have a hard time believing that Hasbro would want to stop their partnership with Boom Studios. Now, another thing that our sources have confirmed is that Hasbro is committed to their upcoming Power Rangers movie that is in development over at Paramount. We will have more information about that movie within the next couple of days, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Well, the short and simple part of it is Super Sentai is Power Rangers. Power Rangers is Super Sentai. You can't have Power Rangers without Super Sentai, because in order for one to exist, the other had to have existed before it. So maybe it might just be the start of an animated series coming to fruition. I mean, as they said in the article, it's something that a lot of fans have wanted to see for a long time, and they were trying to do something like this before, but just never got around to it. And there was this one CG animated prototype where it was basically the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with this very different looking Megazord, but at the time Saban kept having a takedown notice, so whether it was just someone trying to diligently do his job better, or there was something that they just wanted not made public. I don't know. If I were to see an animated series of Power Rangers done, I'm trying to think how I would like that done. Maybe done in the same animation vein as that of the same animation series that did the Marvel animated series in the 90s. So think Power Rangers, but done to the style of Spider-Man the animated series and the Incredible Hulk animated series. That particular look, color, and the way that the animation would have gone. Something along those lines. Although, I wouldn't have mind seeing a Power Rangers animated series done to the stylized version of Batman the animated series. Now that would have been an interesting look, and Jason with Batman's chin, I could see it working. And, you know, maybe Kimberly done to the style of, you know, Catwoman's style. I could see it working. I don't know. There's a whole multitude of things you can make with that. Co92 saying, oh, that is some fake news, man. Unless they made an official announcement, I doubt this is true. Well,
it looks like the comments section agrees.
Yeah, let's see.
Well, most of them, one of the top ones rambling about anime and Lion King, I couldn't really make heads or tails of. It kind of reads off more along the lines of r/I had a stroke. That or one of my attempts at writing a book report, sleep deprived.
Yeah. I'll just say simply this: the proof in the pudding is in the eating.
That is true.
Let's just wait until something conclusive gets here. Stephen, since you brought this article to our attention, your thoughts?
Well, I'm just thinking because Hasbro for the most part is one of the biggest. The franchises that they own, they've done several animated series based on them, and they've proven to be popular. And yet they continue to reboot them year after year. It's just a question of whether they're able to do it right and have the right people to manage it. That's all I have to say about it.
I feel ya. When?
We'll have to see. It does sound a bit sketchy. There aren't really any sources legitimately from Toei or Hasbro, so in the meantime we'll have to play it by ear. However, if this is the case, there are many ways that they decide to reboot it animated, and if there's any open auditions for voicing, hi. Gib, please. But in terms of animation styles, I could see the two aforementioned, or if you need something a bit more updated, I would say you could go with Man of Action Studios, because look at what they did with Ben 10 Alien Force, Ultimate Spider-Man, and various other recent animated shows, or you could go the way with the studio that worked on Voltron Legendary Defender, because while they might have had a few stumbles across the road in terms of the writing and bounce back at the very end, the animation has always been very consistent and very well done. And another one, if you kind of need that mix of anime and Western animation put together in a very perfect manner, but this is just my opinion, go with Film Roman, because look at the animation for Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Oh, yes.
That would be good.
Cancelled way too soon.
Oh god, it got replaced with the mediocre cartoon. Ugh.
Yeah, and while I did love your work for Batman the Long Halloween, Jeff Loeb, I'm still salty about that.
Yeah, apparently he said Avengers Assemble's what you really wanted. I'm sorry, were we consulted about this?
No, it isn't!
No, we did not. We did not.
I love Travis Willingham and Laura Bailey, but no! Fuck you, no!
I mean...
Yeah, so, the writing on that was kind of hit or miss. It felt like it was trying to be a bit too serious, where Earth's Mightiest Heroes had that serious element, but it kind of had those campy moments that make Marvel pop and do so well.
Mhm.
And
Like,
also,
come on. Nothing against Black Widow, but I just love how fun-loving and amazing Janet Van Dyne as Wasp was. And look at her costume. It was super cute.
I absolutely adored the incarnation of Wasp because she was so, such a little spitfire of energy, and the way that they were in the like the Avengers version of the War Room for the first time, and Hulk is like looking all serious, and Janet just pulling faces, sticking her tongue out, doing like these weird Bart Simpson facial gestures with her teeth. I'm like, oh, you are adorable.
Yeah, she was one of my favorites. And when they introduced Captain Marvel, they did do it right. They gave her a costume that was kind of a mix between her comic outfit and the Miss Marvel suit. It was a perfect mix. And her personality was still intact from her Miss Marvel days when she wasn't up her own ass. The writing on that show...
You can blame Civil War 2 for that.
The writing... Yeah, the writing on that show was absolutely brilliant. And I miss it. So if you would ever go to the animation studio, then go with film for American with kind of hints of anime. I would say Film Roman for sure.
Or,
I've just had a...
or also Mike Young Studios, because they did the 2002 He-Man reboot.
Oh shit! Yeah, I would definitely be all for them or the same studio behind Teen Titans because, well, let's be real here. They did 2012 TMNT some justice.
Yeah.
Plus, if you're going the animated route, you might be able to do an adaptation of Justice League versus Power Rangers.
Please, I need that.
Give it.
You know.
On it.
And if you did go with the studio that worked on Transformers Animated, we'd probably get a Transformers and Power Rangers crossover. Picture it.
Yes!
Jason fighting alongside Optimus, given that he's yellow. And Matt, if we're going to color coordinate Autobots and Decepticons, Trini kicking ass alongside Bumblebee?
Ooh.
And they are both owned by Hasbro now.
Yep.
Yep, and Kimberly fighting alongside RC. Please, Gib. And and if you did do that, give RC the sass she has in Prime, because as Weavile has once stated, that is the best adaptation of RC.
Tommy alongside Grimlock.
We were
Gib.
we were able to get Batman versus the Ninja Turtles. I think we can now have Justice League with the Power Rangers because it proves that people want this. I like how people go and say, oh, Avengers is the greatest team up that the world ever wanted. Batman and Ninja Turtles, hold my beer.
And the beautiful thing about DC is they're willing to collaborate with anybody. I still remember that one meme I think your brother showed with the two tree houses showing Marvel's buddies and DC's buddies, and DC's was packed.
Yeah, DC was just like a smorgasbord of who's who, whereas Marvel just had Marvel, EA, Capcom, like, ugh, DC. Hey, come on in! We're welcome everybody! Ko92 says, if we can bring back Young Justice, we can bring back Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
That's true. It's a possibility.
Dan says they need to bring back Richard Horvitz as Alpha 5. Yes.
Yes, Gib. Though, in terms of celebrity voicing, I would not mind them bringing back Bryan Cranston as Zordon. He did do a fantastic job.
Yes. Yes.
And he has prior voice experience, so he's both an A-lister and a legit voice actor.
And according to Stephen Cardinet's Twitter, he's a legitimate gamer as well.
Wow.
Woo!
Okay, I need him in my life, and somehow, this is probably just me and my obsession, but they need to find a way to shoehorn Mark Hamill into the mix. Give me Hamill. Give me Hamill.
I mean,
Maybe have him as Lord Zed.
yes, I was looking at the same thing.
Gimme. I want it. I want it now.
Do you want it as bad as teaming up with Cynthia Martinez to do a Slayers fan project? Like, don't make me choose.
Why can't I have both? See, even Navi agrees. I want it.
Well, if it makes any... Well, if it's kind of sweetens the deal. I remember one time back in the day, I actually did a very short crossover where Sonic actually teamed up with Lena Inverse. Wynn's suddenly gone all quiet. Dan says, dumb question, but is Hasbro and Toei done breaking up ties? Will that affect any Western releases of Super Sentai on DVD? No, I don't think so. I think the demand is there for it. Supply and demand. If people want it, they will sell it. Raiden, what are your thoughts with regards to the possibility of Hasbro ending partnership with Toei, or do you not buy it?
I don't buy it. I'm at two minds with this. How you gonna collaborate with them while Hasbro's making all these sales? Like, it's beyond me. Especially when I posted that they're gonna do a 5-pack of the Psycho Rangers and of course the Omega Rangers SPD for the
I saw that.
cycle. Also, god damn, you guys talk so loud I couldn't get my turn in. Come on, guys.
My
What
bad.
about equal opportunity?
My bad.
Hey,
I'm sorry, I got a little too excited there.
It's all good. But yeah, I mean, I don't buy it for one bit. Hasbro just got the license, and despite how I feel about Toei, me and Goro can agree. Dishonor on your family for how you feel about Kamen Rider. Motherfucker, we love it in the States too. Bring that shit back. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Despite how we feel about the ratings, Kamen Rider Dragon Knight was dope as hell.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Kamen Rider Dragon Knight.
Don't bullshit me.
It's because you kept moving around the times.
Anyway. Yeah, like I said, I don't buy it for one damn minute. It's just more shock value, which I don't appreciate. If anything, Hasbro going to have this license till they don't have the use for it anymore. They finally actually gave a damn about G.I. Joe again. Thank God. So with this, they have all major components of another empire. Power Rangers is the latest one. So yeah, I don't really see it happening. And they're coming out with a new movie real soon, so that's major. That's the major red flag to me. So that's just them talking nonsense. If anything, they'll definitely renew that license. Animated, well, I definitely like that. If I can choose an animation studio, I will go with Madhouse.
Oh yeah, that's right. They collaborated with Aaron Gruber.
Yep. And I'm being very selfish. Which studio? Which created one of my favorite animes of last year, Vinland Saga. And if anyone that don't know,
it is beautiful.
So pretty. What I wish is they would do animation for Berserk. After the last procedure shit we went through over the years, that show deserves it. But yeah, like I said, I call bullshit on that one. There's no way in hell Hasbro will cut ties with Toei now that they got the property of Power Rangers over from a couple years back. So yeah, like I said, call bullshit.
Fair enough. Lids, your thoughts? Shut up, phone!
I'm of two minds about it. One thing, it's like I doubt that that partnership will end anytime soon. But that being said, it would be interesting if that were the case, and also if you can have any studio, if I could have any studio from the ones that haven't been listed already. What about the people behind She-Ra, the Netflix cartoon?
Oh shit! Why didn't I think of that? That is good animation.
That'd be kick-ass.
That is good animation, and that series just got better by the season.
And that being said, it's like, again, it's for me, it's wait and see, but who knows? It can happen.
Just not the studio that did Thundercats Raw. Good lord,
No.
no.
However,
let's not.
Ever, if there is a Thundercats it could get a studio help from, I think they were called 11 Degrees Celsius, the ones that worked on the 2011 adaptation.
I so badly still want to watch that. I saw a couple of screenshots of that.
Dude,
It was good.
You won't regret it. Let me just say, if you're looking for a great Thundercat show, it does everything right. It made Snarf cute. It made Wily Kit cute. Made them more younger instead of teenagers. And the overarching story between this Lion-O just reclaiming the throne.
And Lion-O was voiced by Will Friedle.
Yes.
Because didn't they have the original voice for Lion-O have a cameo somewhere during the series?
Yeah, King Cloudus, his dad.
Nice. I like when they do small things like that where they'll have like the past voice actor come back, or it's like the voice actor who voiced the same character, but they come back as an alternate version, just as their way of sort of like, hey, I'm here, here's the baton, there you go, run with it. It's like when they had Kevin Conroy have that quick cameo in the season 4 episode of The Batman, where he's Richard Grayson's father, and Conroy was voice acting like he cared.
Well, it was a different role, so maybe it's something he wasn't burnt out on.
Yeah, I was actually watching this one documentary about how nobody talks about the Batman. I mean, it's always about Batman the Animated Series. I mean, Batman the Animated Series is justified in having the praise it's gotten, because if we didn't have Batman the Animated Series, would we have had many more of the modern Western animated shows? It's debatable, but I'm leaning towards no. We would not have had the shows we have now. But the Batman, really underrated as a show.
Another one that was underrated in my opinion was Beware the Batman. Yeah, it was CG, but
oh yeah,
the CG was good. I love the fact that it actually gave some C and D list villains some chance to shine and kind of give them a bit of backstory and depth. I love the fact that he kind of had Katana under his wing.
Yep.
Yeah, that was different.
I loved the different approach, and I'm kind of sad that it got canceled so soon, because the writing was fantastic, and the voice acting was on point, and you still had that kind of fatherly son banter between Bruce and Alfred, except Alfred was also a bit more active in that one. He actually kicked ass alongside Bat.
Well, yeah, because in that one he was a former MI5 agent, which I thought, okay, that's very different. The only thing I would mark that show down for was the lack of civilians in most of the shots. It's just like, it's almost like only a few people are in that world.
Probably would have had more time to shine if it weren't canceled.
And one thing I'll say about Beware the Batman, Somali Montano as Kitana.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah.
And Grey DeLise, or excuse me, Grey Griffin, because she got married years ago. Grey Griffin as Magpie. That was good casting.
Aaron's just saying he's got to turn in for the night, so he's got some errands in the morning. Hey, Aaron, just glad you could hang out this evening. Appreciate it, man.
Take care.
This flashed up in my news feed, in my YouTube feed, a while back. Raiden is gonna be dying of laughter and needing the oxygen tanks by the end of this.
Oh no.
The top 10 Karens getting owned.
Oh my god.
Oh dear Lord.
Oh, sorry, the top 5 most entitled Karens of all time.
Oh, the thumbnail already gives me hope. Good job.
I'm at 0-0.
Shin Raiden, you may begin eating the popcorn.
Okay.
I'm at 0.
Likewise.
Alright,
All
Sam.
done. Got it, man.
Public freak out videos.
Alright, I'm ready.
Let's do this.
3, 2, 1, play.
I just put non-fat milk in there, ma'am.
No, I don't taste the whole. It literally tastes like you put sugar. Like it tastes like sugar. I know what
Ma'am,
that milk tastes like.
I can remake
I
it.
come here every single day. I come here every single day, and it's always.
Oh, good. I love this bitch.
I can
Yay.
remake it if you want.
Wait, so
Excuse me?
out there, and he was taking
You
my credit
could
card,
call
he
the
was not wearing
cops for
gloves.
assault, technically.
Yep.
He was not wearing gloves, and he took my credit card, and then he gave it back to me, and I said, "You should be wearing gloves," and he goes, "Oh, I just washed my hands."
Yeah, we were just sending someone out there right now. We are supposed to be wearing gloves out there. I'm barely sending them outside right now. So I'm so sorry that happened.
So what's your policy?
So our policy is we are wearing gloves outside, especially with handling cash.
Oh, it's Chick-fil-A. How do I know?
We're sending them out there right now.
It
Well,
looks like Chick-fil-A.
because we didn't have any
yeah, that's the Chick-fil-A sign. To my
Yeah.
understanding, the customer service is normally pretty fantastic. It's just
So
I haven't
you
eaten
as
there in a
the
while
manager, I mean,
because
all of these are minors.
the
So
last
you as
time
a
I
manager, it's
ate
your
at a
responsibility
particular
to make
location,
sure
I got really
that they're
sick,
safe,
so I
right?
became a little hesitant to eat there anymore.
out there actually are not.
Yeah.
But
Over the age of
I can't knock them for the
Okay, but
customer
there's still
service they
children
gave me
under
because
18, right, in
it
a
was
way.
on point.
So we are taking care of them. They are supposed to be wearing gloves, especially with handling payment. We weren't out there currently. We were just
Not to mention having the patience of Job dealing with Karens.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, Karen?
That's not my name.
Oh my god.
Flat out, call her out.
What's that, Karen?
So get my name.
Get my
God.
What the hell?
Loud. 3 cop cars.
It's essential for me.
Bitch, shut up.
The government said no food storage.
Yeah, no food storage, but I mean
The government says I can have food storage, does it not? Oh, I want to see this list. This is great.
Oh my god.
The government can have. The government said I
can
can have.
food storage. Can you not?
Where?
Essentials, kitchen gadgets.
I'm friends with Donald Trump. The fuck you are, honey. No.
Food storage.
please.
Holy crap! It says food storage.
God, there are so many stories of people getting caught in their lives of saying they know someone famous or knowing the owner of the shop.
Government list. Hold on, let's get a picture of this. Government list says food storage. Oh, I already got it. I already got it. Melissa. I already got it. So you're telling me you're refusing to sell me food storage items, and this is bath storage items. I'll bet you it says bath storage on here. Oh, I'm going to the news with this.
Wait, what? I didn't know that you were they're refusing to do that. Wait a minute.
Okay, and what was your name, sir? You don't want to tell me. That's okay. I got your face. All right.
Smart man.
Got half his face, lady.
Oh, this one.
Oh, goody. I have a bad feeling about this. That poor kid next to her.
You are rude. Go
Like, Mom, just let it go.
Mommy, I just want to play Xbox. I don't want to see you go.
Can I call Dad?
Mommy, I just wanted to play on my Xbox. I don't want to see you go viral on YouTube to be called up like an idiot that you are. Aww. Whoa!
Lady, shut your mouth.
Jeez, lady, that was too
Wow.
She keeps talking like that. I'm gonna have to wash her mouth out.
Okay, what did she
Yeah,
say?
you are-
I missed that.
far. I think she
Yeah.
went racial.
Yeah, believe it or not,
of
a lot of these Karens caught on camera are super, super racist. One I saw on a video done by Mr. Repzion the other day was showing this lady just screeching at this poor girl who was minding her business in a park, stretching.
Oh God!
Oh
Kill
God!
a fire! Kill a fire!
Get away! Get away!
Oh, this one.
Really, really, Ad? Come on! I'm missing out the fun.
Uh-oh. Where you at?
You got an ad, did you?
Hold on. Okay, I'm at 4:30.
Okay.
Likewise.
Hey, hold on. I have to go back.
Yep. I'm back at 4:30.
All right.
I'm at 4:30 also.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Resume.
There we go.
Oh.
As I was saying,
this
one of the videos.
Okay,
Whoa!
to be fair, this guy's losing his temper with her. I don't think that's a good idea, man.
If you don't get your suntan head ass the fuck up out of here.
I don't want to be mean or anything, but is that a woman?
Maybe.
Not touching that.
Who knows? That's all I'll say.
I'm just gonna make a Saturday Night Live reference, and if I get canceled, you know why? It's Pat!
Just doing her job.
Oh, there we go. There, closer look. That is a woman, I think.
Oh my God. Yo.
Lady! Just get the out of here!
Take the damn L.
She was just doing her job. No, I'm sorry, man, but I was just trying to tell
You're
her.
gonna be on the
I
internet.
was just trying to help her.
your business.
Ma'am, I was just trying to help
Your
her.
business.
Ma'am, I was just trying to help
He
her.
wouldn't have to mind his business if you weren't talking a mile long, lady.
Oh my God.
The beauty of
It's a bottle-
these
it's a bottle of water.
services.
Oh no.
Oh
The beauty
hell
of-
no.
The beauty about these services are that they can refuse service to anyone and ban you if they want to.
Oh God.
Oh, whoa!
Whoa, that's assault.
That's
Oh God. Oh God. And she's black too. God damn it.
Since I came here, it's that approved, and I'm you up.
Oh God damn it,
Explanation why I couldn't buy biscuits and gravy with my mobile order.
Why could I get by biscuits and gravy?
When I've added
Hey,
stuff to an
shut
order
up.
before at this McDonald's because I work right down the road.
McDonald's.
Y'all were loaded with freaking people.
Ah, flashbacks. I'm getting flashbacks.
Dare I ask of what?
Yeah, no, I wanted to.
You don't want to know.
With the order.
But we
I
wanted
know,
to
but
make
I
a
wanted to
separate
add
order.
it as a separate order, and I would pay cash. And he told me I had to drive all the way back around to do that.
Yeah.
Because he said, you said that. Yeah, well, that's what he said. My manager said you would have to.
Oh.
Oh God. Every time with the fucking manager.
All the time. I work right down the street. Never had that problem. Ever. So I'm not trying to
If
scream
these
at you, I'm
Karens
sorry,
film
I
themselves,
shouldn't
it's their own damn
It's
fault when they
very
make themselves look
aggravating to me
stupid.
When
But it's great TV. Well, internet.
No. This
Whatever.
whole situation is rude because we're the customer.
He shouldn't have said that to us.
No.
Okay. Okay. Can I get them? I understand that. I understand.
No, you
that.
don't.
Well, then I would say that the problem is inside your store there.
Okay. Well, then he needs to be
Let me
told
stay out of this.
that you know.
Oh,
you can get,
God.
I mean, we didn't want to like add it on to. You know what I mean? I was like,
Where are you
can I
guys at?
order
Now you
them?
somehow
Yes,
reset the
and
video
it
for
was.
me.
We're at 8:04.
Okay, cool. I'm not too far off then.
All right, everyone.
Oh.
Everyone, scale back to 8:04.
Sorry. Sorry, Navi put his butt on the keyboard again.
Navi.
The
I'm at
keyboard is
805.
not.
I don't want to miss it.
All right, I'm at 8:04.
The keyboard is
Ready.
not a chair, Navi.
It's not a cat bed, Navi.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1, resume.
Twice.
Cool. Thank you.
And he said no. I'd have to go drive all the way back
Yeah.
around and order again.
And we reiterated our question, and he
And
said
that's
it for a
hard
second
for you.
time.
How?
No, my manager said you can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, looks like we got a Karen and a Ken.
Oh, good.
Oh, joy.
So, if I found something offensive via post outside, would you take it down in order to keep my business?
Seriously, Ed,
Like-
come on.
I'm totally offended, and it's probably something minor and first world, because I'm like a dumbass.
Like, oh my god.
I need
Shut
my
up,
sun-
Bat.
oh my god. Oh my god, I need my suntan. I need that so badly so I don't have to
I
get
found this
orange.
completely offensive, and I will have your job.
Like, seriously?
You're like being racist and some junk, even though I'm whiter than paper.
It's scary.
So
how
I'm gonna be
accurate you do
offended.
that.
So I'm gonna be offended on everyone else's behalf because I like can. Yeah. This
what
you know, you've grown up in a part of Los Angeles when.
Yeah.
Or for my case, he watched too much Totally Spies.
Hey, at least Clover
what
had
you doing?
redeeming qualities.
Yes, I know this.
And Mandy's debatable only because while she was a bitch, she was voiced by Jennifer Hale.
Yes. Oh
Dude,
yeah,
what are
Fit.
you complaining about? I'm confused.
I don't get
Oh
it.
yeah, she did.
I'm confused.
She did.
Navi, stop biting me.
Oh my god, I love the top comment. I love when Karen records herself thinking she's a hero. Oh.
I'm going to borrow a quote from Kerry Botnick. Nobody cares!
Yep.
Thank you.
Ugh.
Oh god, I love this comment. I understand why Karens are this way, said no one ever.
I am not.
Speak English. This is Canada. It was literally colonized by people who didn't know a single English word.
The worst part is these Karens go home, watch the vid they recorded, and still think they're right. Top-notch delusion.
Oh shit. Someone put a really awesome acronym in the comment section for Karen. Cunt, angry, racist, envious, negative.
Karen.
MJ, you might have to bleep me out on the K part.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. One comment. She looks like she's already got biscuits and gravy in her gut. Oh.
Ew.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I'm not one to fat shame, but he's not wrong.
Oh my god. I like the comment. Karen, it doesn't matter. I got your face, guy in mask. Do you, though?
I'm not.
I feel bad for the fifth Karen's child. He was just sitting there wishing it would stop.
I just want to go home and play my Switch, Mom.
Here's a good one.
This one.
McDonald's Karen doesn't need that biscuits and gravy. I come here every day. We know, girl. Bless your clotted arteries.
Guys, I'm not reading that one out.
That's fair. Like I said, you can take that one out during editing if necessary. I do not want to get you in trouble. I just found the comment. Holy shit.
To be fair,
Oh my
it's on.
god. This seems to be a pattern where all the Karens are between the ages of divorce and menopause.
Holy crap, these comments are savage.
They're not holding back the punches, that's for sure.
Oh god.
Oh god. Oh god, I think poor Raiden's about to lose some oxygen here.
Don't laugh to death, Raven, please.
Breathe, Raiden, breathe!
Oh god. I already have cramps and my stomach hurts even more now.
This one. My name isn't Karen. I'm sorry your parents lied to you.
Oh god, I come to McDonald's all the time. That's obvious from your waistline. Oh my god.
The only Karen we must respect is Plankton's wife. That is true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
true.
no joke, there's actually an episode coming up of SpongeBob called I'd Like to Speak to Your Manager.
Oh, no! Really?
Karen goes to the
Really,
Krusty Krab.
Really?
Ready formula.
Oh dear God.
Oh dear Lord.
I'm reading some of these comments.
Oh my god, these are just... Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Cam92 says, I will never understand why they gave these assholes a common name. Hey, dude, we just run with the meme. We don't make it.
It's guilty by association.
Dan says,
I'm gonna use the restroom really quick so I don't have an accent laughing. Your dick.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Dan just said, should have given her a fake name like Hugh Jazz.
Too easy.
Sean, some of their faces will give Freddy Krueger nightmares.
That's not a terrifying thought at all. Oh,
Like,
no.
what's your name? It's like, okay, it's Amanda Hug and Kiss. There we go. Have a nice day.
Ivana Tinkle. Hey, anybody?
Ivana
Tinkle.
Let me reiterate, she don't need any more biscuits and gravy.
Oh!
Some love being fair and lovely, while Karens love being frustrated and ugly. Ouch.
Oh, Dan.
Oh my god. Biscuits and Gravy Lady looked like she was holding a bag of biscuits under her shirt.
Biscuits.
That's where they went!
I've just seen what Dan's written in the comments. SpongeBob, me boy. Plankton has said a Karen to ruin me business.
Ooh.
Oh.
Man. Oh god.
I'm not reading that out. No way.
Oh god, no.
The way Karens are portrayed in social media makes it appear like they're part of a group of women who like to make other people a part of their problems, but many of them just seem to be overreacting to suboptimal customer service or minor indiscretions. It's not exactly painting the picture of women who are looking to make trouble. My name is not Karen. It is on the internet.
Oh god. Oh god. When Karen goes to jail, cha-cha, real smooth.
Oh god, DJ Casper, jeez, that's dated.
Oh my god. Oh, that is one comment. That Canadian Karen sounded like a female version of Chris Jericho. Oh, that's just mean.
Jeez.
Oh god, here's one. If you're pissed off about McDonald's, you need to reevaluate your life.
Man. Well, aside from the broken ice cream machine, but still.
So
Trust me, I've dealt with that shit.
Oh, this one's dark. When scientists perfect the female sex robot, humans will go extinct. Men will have zero reason to ever talk to a real one. Oh, Jesus!
Jeez.
How did that come up?
Ouch. I don't know.
It's in the comments. I don't know.
Listen, this one. They're still children at 18. Pretty sure she's still a child at 38.
Oh!
Him. We're the customer. Me, honey, I think you had a little more than biscuits and gravy. Ouch.
I think, one comment says, I think we should start a new reality show called Karens of the Wild. And it'll be on a safari with a camera crew and hunting for them. They're screaming calls, Manager!
Narrated by David Attenborough.
Yes!
Oh no, Karen! I'm going to the news with this. Gets on most entitled Karens of all time video instead. You two, let me speak to your manager. Extinct species and causes: dinosaur, asteroid, Homo sapien, stupidity.
Oh God!
Speaks the truth.
Karen, it's illegal to take photos of me. Also, Karen takes photos of the exact people who she claims are breaking the law by recording her. Ugh.
Oh. Oh my God! This one. Karen's in a nutshell. I have the power of the law and police on my side.
No, you don't.
Ooh.
No, you don't.
This comment. A good argument why punching people in the face should be allowed without consequence. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Tempting as it might be, the consequences would be far worse than the rewards.
Even on my worst day.
Oh God! This comment. My name is not Karen. Well, then maybe stop acting like one.
Damn. Karens always think everyone else is rude when they behave like actual human garbage. No, don't compare garbage to them. Garbage actually at least have standards.
Garbage saves lives.
Yes.
Oh my God! Speak English. You're in Canada. It's not like Canada is a multilingual country or anything. Oh my God!
Yeah, some of them have absolutely no chill whatsoever.
They don't know.
Oh dear.
Anyone want a video that makes them feel nice?
I posted something in earlier, very, very at the beginning of the chat, when I think it was before we went on air. It was like, what if somebody did the new Digimon anime opening, but with the theme of the original?
That's just the thing, though. If it's using the Japanese theme in there, Japan are very copyright hawk protective. I found this out the hard way when I was reviewing Spice and Wolf back in the day. I not only had my videos taken down, but they sent me to copyright school.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Yes.
I think it's the English version, but in case of copyrights, maybe it's something to look at after we go off air.
That was my thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back in the bathroom.
Yeah. Just trying to think of
palate cleanser video.
Please hold. I think I might have something in my history.
Ooh.
I did link something earlier this morning, but I'm just going to go through my history to find it again. Let's see. Here we go. Copy link address. Paste. Kitten reaction to its new.
Oh.
It's about 10 minutes or so long, but it's just so cute.
Hang on a minute.
Hey, Ducky.
Right.
It's a chicken, actually.
Little baby cheeky.
Cheeky.
All right, I'm at 0.
0.
Same here.
Likewise.
Let's wait for Raiden.
All right.
Hey.
Red.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
3,
2, 1, play. Oh.
Oh, you little chicky. How strange they smell like that.
Oh.
See, at that age, I mean, there's a little bit of the hunter's instinct, but they're both still babies at that point. And plus, when the chick grows up enough, the chicken will actually be bigger than the kitty. So the chicken's like, yeah, you want to try that again? And
he's like, why aren't you playing with me? I want to play with you.
And contrary to popular belief, chickens are not actually cowardly creatures. They're very feisty when they want to be.
Yeah.
Nobody calls me chicken.
Hard to think they're actually trying to use a chicken to bring back dinosaurs.
Done by the guy who worked on the Jurassic Park movies.
Yeah. What it basically amounts to, Lids, is that... Oh, I got an ad coming up.
Oh, shit.
Hang on. All the heads...
You're using that messy pile of plastic.
Where are you at?
Hang on.
an ad.
I do. Right, I'm at 120.
All right.
Okay, hold up. Hold
About
up,
one-
hold up.
Yep, 120.
Hold
119,
on.
close enough.
I'm on 20.
20.
3, 2, 1. Resume.
You're good, you know.
Basically, what Jack Horner is looking to do, Lids, is reverse engineer a chicken by turning on the ancestral genes that is in all birds without actually adding anything to the chicken. So basically, to give the chicken a dinosaur-like snout with serrated crocodilian teeth, to give it a hand instead of a wing claw, so basically like a hand like a velociraptor, and to give it more fibular legs like that of a raptor. They're about 50% of the way there. The only thing they're struggling with is the tail, because all birds develop a tail whilst they're in the embryo stage. It's just at the right developmental stage that the tail gets absorbed into the rest of the body in the same way that a tail gets absorbed into the human body, because humans still grow tails whilst they're in the mother's womb. It's just at the right developmental stage. It just shrivels up into your coccyx bone. And they're basically looking to turn off the Activision genes, I believe as they're called, that would stop the development of the more dinosaur-like trait ones. And so eventually, when they look to hatch the Chickenosaurus, it's not quite a chicken, but it's not quite a dinosaur, but it would be the first step in bringing them back. And all I ask is, I don't want a fully grown one. Just give me a cat-sized T-Rex. That's all I want.
It's like, I don't know what to do. Do I chase the moving yellow toy, or do I chase my tail? Or do I pounce this? attention span. All over the place.
Well, and also kittens are just full of energy.
And in my case, 3 years ago, opinions.
Always gets me how short and stubby their tails are when they're kittens.
Oh yeah.
Wanna play?
Now Navi's is nice and long and likes to thump against anything and everything, especially my keyboard.
You are not paying attention to me, Mother. You will pay attention to me. I will take you away from this and stop you looking up secret photos of Chris Evans in his Captain America suit. It was like, you didn't see anything, Navi.
You don't know my life.
The chick's all like, yeah, I'm hot shit.
Oh, his little flat face.
But yeah, right now I'm Navi free because while I was up, I thought ahead and gave him his dinner.
Oh.
Little birdie.
I can't tell if he's trying to play with him or if he's trying to hunt him and then eat him.
Former. Because right now he just sees, oh, fluffy toy.
Whereas all the chick is doing is just like, hey, leave me alone. I'm trying to have fun.
I don't know. I was trained not to be scared of things like you. Ah, what the heck?
And the chick's like, I will peck your butt.
Damn it, beat me to it. Like, what is that cat trying to do? Is he trying to climb the cushions or not?
Well, when they're that small, they don't really have too much in terms of claws.
True.
Reminds me of a story I once saw on a program where, excuse me, mother cat ended up adopting a small group of ducklings.
Okay.
Because it was on a farm somewhere in the UK, and the couple had just had a couple of ducklings newly hatched, and at the same time, a mother cat was having her kittens. When they eventually they realized that the number of ducklings in the actual nesting box was disappearing, so they put a camera in, and they saw the cat dragging one by one the ducklings out of the nesting box. When they rushed to find the mother cat, they found the cat, the kittens, and the ducklings all snuggled up together.
Oh.
Aww.
And I think when they tried to pick up the mother cat, they actually found some of the ducklings actually suckling from the mother cat.
Okay, I don't think it quite works like that for felines to birds, but okay.
And I'm just repeating what I heard on the program.
Aw, they're done playing. It's like, I just want to snuggle with you.
Just don't eat me in your sleep.
I make no promises.
His chirping is so cute.
Oh, you good little piggy.
Apparently, the chickens have actually been around since the Cretaceous period.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh.
You go sleep. Night.
The chick and the kitty. Oh.
That would make a really good picture.
Yeah.
Ah, that is really cute.
Nice little Hallmark moment.
mind if I bring something to the table that might
Another rad.
destroy
Damn
the.
it.
Oh, poop.
Oh.
Wait. I don't think that's an appropriate commercial. It's like, looking for discreet solutions for your bladder problems? I beg your pardon? YouTube, what are you implying?
You can
It's looking
probably,
at the search history, man. It's looking at something.
you can.
Since
It's probably
where did the
listening in. It's probably listening in. You can blame me because I did say earlier I had to use the restroom, so I wouldn't have an accident laughing.
how did the algorithm come up with that?
The algorithm is listening to us.
Algorithm. Tips for how to win the lottery.
They'll be like, you will never win. Like, it's terrifying.
So what time you at, MJ?
8:25.
Ah, that's where I am.
Oh, sweet.
I have to go back a lot because I accidentally let it play for too long.
Yeah, I was almost done with the video in general.
Mm.
I'm at 8:25.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Same.
Okay. Alrighty then. In 3, 2, 1, resume.
Oh, you want to give it pets? All the pets?
So cute.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Butters the Bean if he was a tiny little kitten.
I want to give it all the pets.
Now it's a minor annoyance.
And honestly, same with the chicken. I want to pet the chicken so bad.
Oh.
Fur and feathers.
I mean, I've pet a chicken before, and they are really, really soft.
They are.
Remember a weekend when I was up in Norwich, they had a whole thing outside where they kind of film the local BBC News, and they had a kind of like a display of little of ducklings and chicks. I was like, oh.
One big thing I remember in first grade was, aside from doing the usual school stuff, we actually had an experiment where we were hatching baby chicks.
Aww.
I think we were in kindergarten. They took us to a farm where we got to see baby chicks being hatched.
Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep.
Eat you. What? Nothing. I won't eat you.
That's it.
So cute.
No, that is a picture perfect scene.
That is so freaking cute.
Oh. That's nice.
Yeah.
Ugh. Ow. Just trying to adjust again. And also it's difficult to try and move this mouse because, as I mentioned earlier, because I've got a carpal tunnel wrist pad on at the moment, it's restricting certain movements. Right, was it Dan's trying to pass? No, he hasn't said anything yet. Okay. Dan's saying, I'd like Win to read this line. Okay. I'm not entirely sure if that should be read out.
I think he meant off air.
No, it says no, he says I'd like Win to read this line. I'm like, I don't know.
It can be taken as the legitimate food. I take full responsibility. SKL has no connection with this line that I'm about to read. So if you feel the need to rage, I take responsibility. Chicken nugget too raw to eat. Or better yet, chicken nugget too raw to eat.
I think Dan probably meant it as chicken nugget. It's just the way he's got it, with the R instead of the T.
Yeah,
it's like, Dan,
it's supposed to be more or less baby talk, but it probably would have made better sense to go with what I just replaced it with. The whole chicken nugget!
Yeah.
Mommy, I want my tendies! I apologize profusely for anybody whose ears I may bleed.
Well, it's old, but at least you have a better singing voice than Stephanie McMahon.
That's not.
Raiden, let's just be grateful for one thing. At least she'll never sing "Happy Birthday" to you.
Happy birthday, honey-chan.
No, Liz. I'm just saying that. Wynn's going saying sorry for making people's ears bleed. It's like, Wynn, just take comfort in this. At least you have a better singing voice than Stephanie McMahon.
Oh!
Even though despite the fact that I was not singing, I just kind of went super high pitch when I did my little cheapy voice.
Oh dear. Have we got hiccups?
Yeah. I may have drank my iced tea a little too fast.
A good cure I found for hiccups: swallowing air helps reset your diaphragm.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Oh, that's useful. Well, I can't really think of Dan sending me stuff. Probably not going to do anything, Dan, because we try to end these things whilst we've still got some steam on us, and I feel like now's pretty much as good a time as any to go out with.
Seems good.
Yeah. And like I say, there's a couple of things that I want to show off there because, well, some of the stuff I want to show, it would actually come up as a potential copyright flag or just a copyright claim, and I'm trying to keep those at a bare minimum as possible because it's just better for the channel that way. So, on that note, until next week, I have been the Knight saying good night from the Knight. Stay safe. Buy Kaiju's comic. Support Steven's training at Ludo, and buy my t-shirts and coffee mugs.
With issue 2 of Draco Azul now available on Amazon.com.
Also buy MJ merch at teespring.com.
Thank you.
Also, make sure to buy your Else Sustain Me, please. It'll do me a solid that I'm doing my job right.
Also, wash your hands. Keep a 2-meter distance, 6 feet for those of us in the U.S. And for fuck's sakes, wear your mask. Or do I have to hunt you down and lock it in place the way Lisa did it to JoJo?
Oh, damn.
Because after all, lungs are essential to a hormone user.
Mm-hmm.
Also, don't be a Karen. Never be a Karen.
You just went full Karen. Never go full Karen.
In other words, respect the retail workers and those out there actually risking their necks to go to work during this pandemic. And once more, wear the mask so this shit can slow down and maybe gradually go away till there's a vaccine.
Jeez.
Because we don't want another. We don't want a second wave.
I want to go to wrestling shows, so stop being stupid wear the damn mask, or I have to rip your goddamn jaw off. I can do it.
Damn.
Yeah, well,
I'm in this gym. Don't
Yeah.
fuck with me.
Also, to people who go shopping in supermarkets, for the love of gosh, don't leave your underwear in the shopping cart. That's nasty. Was on my way home this evening, and of all the things I saw left in a shopping cart, some lady had left her underwear in the shopping cart. And I'm like, oh, that's nasty.
Wow, that is the epitome of white trash there.
Yuck.
I think I just threw up in my mouth.
Yeah. So yeah, don't do that.
Let's
Don't
just
do that.
end this on a high note because I don't want to be grossed out more.
Please.
Be safe. Be cool. Buy my merch. Buy Kaiju's comic. Support Steven's training in the arts of the Jedi. Make Win the next Lena Inverse. Make Lydia and Oni the next tag team champions, and make Raiden the master and ruler of everyone. Make him.
And don't be trashy.
No, please don't be trashy. No.
Ew.
No.
Good night, folks.
Not
Good night, everyone.